welcome to the news. So what's been happening? Over in America, they learned that take your cat to work day is a bad idea.
This cat has actually been entertaining us in the studio for about 15 minutes.
Is it me? Or did this bloke say what I think he did?
I can see in their eyes how thrilled they are to have in front of them decades.
Don't you hate it when you forget how to end a sentence?
But first, a look at her transition from actress to actress.
Shite. And finally, the award for most terrifying stare of the week has to go to this man. Now, the big news of the week was Storm Desmond.
3 months rainfall in not much more than a day, and this was the result.
Schools, hospitals and transport networks grind to a close.
Thousands of homes are still without power.
The Met Office says Storm Desmond has broken rainfall records dating back to the 19th century.
There's just too much water.
What I want to know, these floods cause such devastation. Why do we give them silly names? Storm Desmond? He sounds like a really shit member of the X-Men. Behold, I am Storm Desmond! This is my friend, Windy Dave. They're always so naff, aren't they? Hurricane Edna, Monsoon Nigel. We don't do that with anything else. I can't come in today, I've got flu Margaret. I feel so sorry for the people affected by the floods. Some lost their homes, some their businesses. One lady was so traumatised, she didn't notice someone nicking her kid.
All the power went out and the pub was just in darkness. And getting back, all the taxis were not taking anyone.
Now, one of the worst affected places was the northern town of Cockermouth. That's how you pronounce it, Cockermouth. This isn't.
Katie Spencer have been over to Lancaster today, Cockermouth.
Jesus, still, at least she had a go. Bill Turnbull thought it was so filthy, he couldn't even look the nation in the eyes.
Now, we're hoping to speak later to John D. Chippendale, who runs a toy shop in the Cumbrian town of Cockermouth.
So brilliant. Now, talking of filth, if you're going to report on a biscuit factory, don't say this.
The famous McVitie's factory here, that has been flooded. Lots of soggy biscuits, no doubt, in there.
Mind you, British coverage was nothing. Look how they reported it in Ireland. It's like something from the apocalypse.
Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. And don't swim in the sea.
Don't swim in the sea! Don't go hang gliding! Tell my family I love them! She's like something out of Game of Thrones! Save yourself! Winter is fucking coming! Not that it was all bad news from Ireland. Did you hear about this? Mike the donkey rescued from Storm Desmond floods. Did you see the picture? You have never seen joy like it. Look at his face! Look at that face! What I would say, if you want to find that picture, don't Google woman making donkey happy. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Now, back in England, just when you think the situation can't get any worse for the flood victims, look who rocked up.
This afternoon, the Prime Minister came to see the damage for himself.
Have they not suffered enough? Hello, Northerners! I'm the one who cut the budget for flood defence in the first place. Now, what's this I hear about a soggy biscuit? The big political news of the week was this.
Labour has comfortably won the Oldham West and Royton by-election. Jeremy Corbyn called it a vote of confidence in his party.
If the result was relief for Labour, it was embarrassment for UKIP, with Mr Farage left alleging postal vote fraud and other irregularities.
Did you see why Nigel Farage reckoned UKIP didn't win? Look what he said about the voters.
They don't speak English. I mean, UKIP does not get votes from people who don't speak English.
Of course you don't! All you go on about is wanting them to leave. What a tit. Why won't they vote for me? I went door to door for 4 hours and told every one of them to fuck off, and this is how they repay me. My final political story is definitely my favourite.
This is a good question for you. Would you get hit by a taser to raise money for charity?
Yes, I would. Check out what an American mayor did.
Ouch. The mayor of Glendale, Arizona, Jerry Weisers, did just that. He allowed an Arizona Coyotes fan to zap him during a fundraiser for the 100 Club.
He got tasered to raise money for charity. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I know a mayor. We start a campaign to get Boris Johnson tasered for charity. Come on, come on. The world's so tense, mate. You can make a difference. Come on, Boris. I've already done an appeal video. Dear Boris, please get tasered for charity.
Please get tasered for charity.
I can't believe you're ignoring this, Boris.
Come on, think of the noises you'd make.
Why do you hate me, Boris?
Come on, Boris. You'd look like a fried womble. So come on, let's get Boris tasered.
This next story is great. Did you hear about the massive crime wave sweeping through North Wales?
Now, you may remember last month we told you about the theft of bees on Anglesey. Well, this time it's apples and plums in the Conwy Valley. Fruit burglars have hit around a dozen gardens and orchards in 5 villages.
Only in Wales? Hello, 999? Yeah, some bastards have my apples. Hang on, there's more here. They've only gone and stolen the leaves. What? Is it? Autumn. Oh. I love how seriously they take this story. I mean, look at the language this reporter uses.
So who's to blame? Well, all sorts of stories are doing the round. It must be someone local, one person told me, to know where all those apple trees are. Oh, no, said another, they've come in from away. But whoever it is, something sinister is afoot here.
Sinister? But Nick Granny Smiths, they haven't summoned the devil. So Welsh ghost stories must be pretty tame. And the children went into the orchard and all the apples were gone. No! Instead, they had to cook a rhubarb crumble. Ah! Stop it, Mum, I'm gonna shit my pants here! Tomorrow I'll tell you the one about the pear that was left in a school bag and went squidgy. I love this story so much, they even got the police involved.
It's a mystery why they're going after one fruit and not the other. We don't know at this stage what's going through the mind of the person who's actually stealing these fruits.
I'll tell you what's going through their mind. I fancy an apple. Just when you think it can't get any better, look who a local farmer blamed. The grass doesn't appear to have been disturbed in any way. Maybe aliens have landed and are nicking the apples. It was aliens.
Shall we harvest the Earth's minerals? No! Let's go scramping! Later on, we can watch the one they call Boris Johnson get tasered!
Absolutely. Now, from aliens to a lovely little story from Bristol.
Now, if you've ever wondered what Avon and Somerset police get up to each day, their officers are spending 24 hours tweeting about what they do and what sort of calls they deal with.
So, are they getting phone calls about knife crimes and drug busts? No! This is so wonderful. I'm not making this up. This is a genuine call a man from the West Country made to the police.
Thank you. Calling you through to the police. What's the location of the emergency?
I just need to double check if it's something that actually needs to be reported to you guys. I just got chased by a badger in the rural area. Just check if that's something you guys would need to know about.
You got chased by a badger?
Literally just got away.
Don't laugh, I literally just got away. I'm so lucky. That badger was on my ass. Luckily, an alien appeared and started throwing apples at her.
So apples, badgers, can I get mad at? Yes, it can. Check out the latest advice being offered to police. The police should not rule out help from clairvoyants and witches to find a missing witches!
Who did the crime, Esmeralda? I am Frog and Wing of Bees. She sells pirate DVDs. Hair of newts and crocodile smile. He looks like a paedophile.
This next story is so ridiculous. Talk about first world problems.
Children in English schools are some of the unhappiest in the world. 10 and 12-year-olds in this country are less satisfied with their lives than those living in 13 other countries, including Ethiopia, Algeria and Romania.
What? British 10-year-olds are the most depressed in the world. Christ, what are their playground jokes like? Knock, knock, who's there? Doesn't matter, we're all going to die anyway. Why did the chicken cross the road and throw itself under a truck? How many kids does it take to change a light bulb? I'd rather sit in the dark. Depressed 10-year-olds. Do you know the maddest thing? Look how the government want to fix this crisis. Children to get happiness lessons in school. You can't teach happiness. It's an elusive beast. You never know what's going to bring you joy. Now, most people's souls were warmed when they watched the John Lewis ad. Me, this is the Christmas ad that made me happy. My guest tonight is a broadcaster who's done it all. Radio, TV, producing, and his life has even been turned into a sitcom.
My name's Danny Baker, and I'm the grand old man of broadcasting. 30 years, man and boy.
There's only people in this country trying to stop us doing what we're doing.
Yeah, I know. Well, don't talk like that to me, right?
Oh, well, get off the station and we call the police, all
Yeah,
right?
you can say that, but don't you dare come and talk to me like that, because I'll come back when I'm not on telly.
The one thing they've never, ever said to me is, Dan, you're a sex symbol. Just one nutty animal, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the most charming and intelligent men I've ever met.
Oh, bless you.
Danny Baker! Here he is.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the phone.
No, pray from Caesar,
Now,
pray from Caesar.
Straight away,
Yeah.
What, when you were a young man and you're pushing that bloke,
Yeah.
what was all that about?
We were just filming one of the dopey things we used to do on that show 30-odd years ago. You know, asking people, oh, what do you say to your lover on Valentine's Day? One of these things.
Yeah.
And some bloke just, telly people, and it just jumped in front of the camera and started going, right, you shut up, and you do... Well, I ain't like that. I said, who are you fucking talking to? Now, these days, there will be, you know, forms filled in and all.
Yeah.
And I don't know, did you see that bit? And I actually said, I'll tell you what, mate, I'll come back here when we ain't got cameras. You talk to me like that. And that wasn't the only time I remember nearly throwing somebody over a wall. They, But no, that volatile side of me has seen me walk off radio shows live on air, walk out of television shows just before broadcast. See ya, good night.
But I find that so odd about you because I think you're one of the most sort of euphoric men.
Oh, I'm an absolute euphoric. That's the word.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I can be annoyingly ebullient, but that's all right, you know. But yes, I like to look up, not down. And my only thing in life is to be a good host.
Yeah. I bet you're an amazing host. Oh, well, that's what I like about you. I remember when I did your radio show, you had a question on, which was, tell us about the funniest or the strangest thing that's ever happened in your attic.
In your attic?
Yeah, and you were making your way through people's houses, and everyone had...
I'll throw about 9 subjects out, and the great thing about the BBC, they leave you alone to come in and make it up. They don't ask me what I'm going to say, and the BBC is about the only place that let you do that. Last week, it was, have you ever knocked your mum and dad out by accident? And that's the thing with radio. There's no point going on there and saying generic subject. What's your most embarrassing moment? What do you think about it? No, say something that only about 4 or 5 people will be out to ring in about.
Yeah.
But when they do, everyone's going to lean in and go, what? So if you have what has become stuck to your grandmother and don't say your grandfather. And so that kind of stuff, which is not the generic, hopefully.
But that's what... I think that's your your gift. You have a real fondness of humanity and humanity's quirks.
Oh, well, I hope it certainly manifests itself in a respect for an audience. You don't want an audience to hear the same old stuff.
But I think it's more than that. I think you're interested in people, and that's what kind of comes...
It's called conversation, though, Russell. That's all it is. I mean, there's this terrible thing these days on television, on radio, all the way through the media, of saying, we're here for you. You tell us what you think. We're your show. Yeah, hang on, but you're getting paid for it. We're not. All they ask of someone on telly is to sit there and go, do you know what? That's good. I wouldn't have thought of that. That's why he's getting paid. And too often you don't see it.
I like that, man. I like that a lot. Now, we have got questions from the audience.
Oh,
so
right.
I'm going to do these, but I need Danny Baker...
I can't be concise.
Try it.
I'll try. All right, go on.
Right. If you were Prime Minister for a day, what law would you change?
I would make postage stamps flavoured.
If you could pick 3 people to go on an all-day drinking session, who would you choose?
I think I might have done that, actually. Yeah, that's been well documented. One way and the other.
Yeah. If you could wake up in the body of someone else, who would it be?
Wake up in the body of somebody else, who would it be? Well, me and my wife have got this thing, and I think a lot of couples do it. And I say to her, when, you know, if Jennifer Aniston rings up, boom, I'm gone. I'm gone. And she says, well, you know, what's it, Downey Jr.? Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. And it's the same with him. So I think if I was Robert Downey Jr., I could even remove this minuscule worry from our life.
But how romantic is that, the idea that you would be Robert Downey Jr. just to seduce your wife? I mean, that means you're in love.
You know, it might give her a break, but no, we've always...
But that's so sweet. You could do anything. I must go home and make love to my wife.
A lot of people don't do that, and the thing is...
No one's done that, because no one's ever been Robert Downey.
Oh, I can see the way you're looking at her on telly, but it's not going to happen, is it?
That'll be you shagging Jennifer Aniston. It'd probably turn out to be your wife.
She will do, I said.
2 more. What's on your bucket list?
Nothing.
OK.
Nothing. I tell the truth, and I had... no, there ain't.
OK.
I ain't.
But you're still talking.
Oh, yeah, I wonder I want to find out what that's like.
And finally...
Let me just say this. I know you're out of time, but I got shot twice in one night. Shot. Shot in Jamaica Road.
Shot in Jamaica Road?
Oh, shot in Jamaica Road. Shot twice.
Is that a euphemism, or...?
No, I shot... all right, very quickly, just for us, and then we'll finish. I'm coming down in 1976, and as I'm walking down Jamaica Road, there's about 9 of us. We've all had a couple. This bottle green Rover passes us. No other traffic. This car goes by, and I hear that. And I remember thinking, they say you never hear the shot that kills you, so at least I know I weren't going to die. Because I heard that. But it wasn't an air pistol, but it wasn't a proper bullet. It was them ones in between, a long slug with a feather on the end. Yeah. They're really vicious. And it hit me in the knee. And I went, oh! Oh! All my mates are walking along. I said, I've been shot. And they went, what? I said, oh, the blood was now... I said, I've been shot. And they're like, oh, dig it, Baker's been shot. Come back. Right? So, and I've seen this feather sticking out, and I'm going like this, Russ, and I'm trying to pull it. I said, is that car going towards Rotherhithe Tunnel? Now, West Ham supporters did used to come round South London and fire at Millwall supporters. You know, we didn't have Nintendo in them days, all right? So I'm pulling this thing out. What we didn't notice, that as you get to Rotherhithe Tunnel, there's a roundabout. The car is at the roundabout. Now it's coming up the other side of the road, right? All the car can see is this. I swear to God, at 30 miles an hour, you've got to admire it. Now, if you think your mates laugh when you've been shot in the knee, you snap up like a straight razor because you've been shot in the arse. Oh! And So what happened? What happened? You know, I went home and, you know, you kind of put a sticking plaster on the mirror because you ain't doing it right. Yeah. And I've still got the scar there, and I've got the scar on my arse. So all I'm saying is, when you were saying about can you shut up, there's a lot to say, and I'm going to keel over and die one day, as is the audience. But so anyway, that is the engine that powers me.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We can listen all night. Wonderful, Daddy Gaga! Did you hear about this mental scientific breakthrough?
Pigeons may be able to help detect breast cancer.
What? No. Excuse me. Good move. Good bird. You got to easy take your bird and stop. I'm trying to help you. Oh, freaking thunder. Oh, freaking fun. And I love you. Pull out in your head. What's right there? I'm trying to help. What is wrong with me? He won't be told. He won't be freaking told. Have you got any bread at least? This story is so weird. Look how they found this out.
Researchers from the University of Iowa have trained a pigeon to read mammograms. Surprisingly, many of the birds were able to tell the difference between cancer and benign breast tissue.
They trained them to read mammograms? Read them yourselves, you lazy shits! What next? Get meerkats to do CPR. Just clear, clear, clear. Pigeons can detect cancer. I'm not sure birds are as clever as they think they are.
Oh, bye, little bird.
That wasn't the only story that freaked me out. Did you hear about William Shakespeare? This is fascinating.
An interesting discovery about William Shakespeare. Yes, that William Shakespeare. Forensic testing the bard of his 400-year-old pipes suggests the great English poet, playwright, and actor may have smoked more than tobacco because South African scientists found the presence of cannabis, suggesting he may have been high when he wrote some of his famous works.
Yeah, apparently Shakespeare smoked pot. Do be or not do be? What was the question? Romeo, Romeo. You got the number for Domino's? Oh, serpent heart, hid with a flowering face. Did ever a dragon keep so fair a cave? Fuck, I'm baked. Finally tonight, a heartwarming story about a teacher who's also a brilliant dad.
Test question alert.
I've never had a teacher like him at all.
He's the epitome of what I think a teacher should be.
There's no room for napping because you're learning.
What's smoking?
This guy is just crazy. He's just exploding with fun.
He says, I could care less about Newton's third law. I want to teach you something for you to take outside of school.
Abby is perfect in every way. She's 15 going on 25. I love her to death. When Adam came along, and all of a sudden, a boy pops out, and I'm thinking, wow, this is cool. Now I got a girl and a boy, and all the dreams of, wow, I'm going to be going to football games, I'm going to be going to baseball games, whatever it be, yeah, I'm going to be there for my little buddy. He was born with something called Joubert syndrome. Only 417 people in the whole world have it. I have a completely intelligent little boy, but he can't control what his body does, even though his body is completely functional. The mere fact that right now your butt's on that chair, your butt tells your brain which way up is. His brain doesn't do that. One day, I went up to her room, and she had Adam in the middle of all of her dolls. And I'm thinking, what are you doing? She's playing with my little brother. I'm thinking, he doesn't know how to play. And she said, Adam, she said, like, hand me a doll or something, and he just smacked it. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, if he smacked that, he can see. When did you find out he could see? He said, I don't know, he just started smacking dolls. And I'm thinking, holy mackerel. And so then we started working with him and trying to teach him a little sign language. And there was nothing more incredible than the day you see this. What's that mean? Daddy, I love you. So cool. That's when I knew it didn't care about how things work anymore. It's the reason why things work is because of love. That's what makes it all the why we exist. So in that great big universe that we have with all those stars, who cares? Well, somebody cares about you a lot. And as long as we care about each other, that's where we go from here. I know, it's hard. Hey, say, you said play, right? Huh? You said play? You did? What do you want to play? Huh? What are you going to play?
Thanks very much for watching Good News. Good night, my friends. Good night.